Culture is dead, and it died in 2015. Really 2008 or 2001 when everything changed. But its walking corpse finally fell over in 2015. Dead. Full stop. There's nothing anymore. Music, dead. Fashion, dead. Film, dead. Literature, dead. Architecture, don't even get me started on that shit. That's been dead since World War II, and Frank Lloyd Wright killed it. We live in a soulless, empty society where nobody does shit. And if they do shit, it's terrible, vapid nonsense. Outside of some independent people and projects who manage to wriggle their way into becoming successful, there is nothing. Seriously, what the hell is there? Think of a good movie that's come out in the past 10 years. You can't, see? Because it doesn't exist. It was a trick question. You can't because there isn't one. And even if there was, you're not going to dig through the haystack just to find the needle. It's a waste of time. The juice isn't worth the squeeze, so you stop watching movies and doom scroll on Instagram and TikTok instead. Like a fucking brainlet. Congratulations, the Chinese own your soul. You're fucked now. Your brain is rotting. In a literal sense. No more movies, which means no more theaters, and hipster fucks who think it's cool to be antisocial think that's a good thing. They didn't like the theaters anyway. It was cramped and uncomfortable, and people would cough, distracting you from the film. As if that's the fucking point, you fucking pod person. Holy, you despicable wretch! You fool! We're sleepwalking into dystopia, and nobody gives a shit because they're all too poor and distracted to care. Take a tax hike instead, and a boat full of immigrants. It's actually a good thing if you don't think about it. The internet sucks now too. It was cool for about a decade, and now it's a cesspool. You log into any social media, and what do you see? Liberals and trolls and conservatives who are owned by Israel making fun of the low-hanging fruit so they don't have to talk about the real problem to distract you from the real issues because they hate you and they think you're stupid. Culture war! Culture war! Do you know what that means? Everything on the internet is controlled now. You can't say shit. You can say what they let you say, but if they're letting you say it, then it's not worth saying. If you see it and it's popular, that's how you know it's not important. Rock gangs, WASP genocide, central banking, you're getting taxed into fucking oblivion, and all the government officials are insane. I had to censor half of that, and we think we're free. Oh, it's fucking great. Alright, let's not get too schizo. Let's keep it on track here, right? We're talking about society. What about art? I don't want to beat a dead horse by making fun of this, because everyone's already done that. We all know it's a scam. We all know it's money laundering and pretentious art students putting a dildo in their own ass. But what about everything else? The art you see on a day-to-day basis. The shit you don't even think about. Cartoons, company logos, graphic design, commercials, that type of shit. They all make me sick. Completely devoid of any style, creativity, thought, talent. Society used to have an aesthetic. Things used to look neat, or at the very least, they would have a look. The 50s, the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s even, all had a style, a vibe, if you will. Even something as benign as advertisements used to have some artistic merit. I have cigarette ads from the 1950s as my PC wallpaper because they evoke an emotion in me, a longing for a better, more sane time. The only emotion that this Esso gas station commercial evokes in me is an empty, hollow, murderous rage. I want to fucking kill this stupid bitch. I want to kill her. As well as the whole art style, if you can even call it that. It's disgusting. Anyone who had a hand in putting it on my television, I want them dead. But TV has always been shit in general. The only purpose it serves is to degrade your mind, body, and soul. With the exception of cartoons, because good animation is very impressive. You can do a lot with it. It's really neat. But other than that, dog shit. If you're watching The Walking Dead or The Big Bang Theory, then do yourself a favor and fucking kill yourself. Just kill yourself. But who am I kidding? Modern cartoons are dog shit too. This art style needs to burn, man. Fucking burn. Somebody needs to walk into the writer's room of Steven Universe with an AR-15. It's all so tiresome. I thank God that I grew up watching good shit, good cartoons. SpongeBob, Looney Tune reruns, Adventure Time, The Regular Show, Futurama, Archer, some shit with some class, okay, some heart. Company logos keep getting worse and worse. Every few years, just a bit more minimalist. They take something out, they make it look a bit more shit, a bit more soulless. It's a small thing, I know, but it's just one more piece of paper killing you with 1,000 cuts. Another brick falling away from the foundation of society until everything collapses and it all looks like that one episode from SpongeBob. What about fashion? That's dead too. Every age has its style. Every age except this one. In the 1950s, everyone dressed like they were racist and they slapped their wife. Because everyone was and everyone did. And it was awesome. The 60s had hippie, free love, and flowers everywhere, you know? Volkswagen vans. The 70s was rock and roll, long hair, and cocaine. The 80s, pop music that wasn't shit. Big hair, big clothes, John Hughes movies, and teenage romance. In the 90s, cell phones still looked cool and people got drunk at lunch even though they were going back to work. The Beastie Boys, Fight Club, blacks were starting to get aggressive, but in that cool 90s way.
Run, 80s black guys! You're no match for the 90s black guys!
In the 2000s, dyed hair was still a turn on and not a turn off. Social media was in its infancy, so it was kind of neat and curious. It was still tolerable. Blink 182, Linkin Park, live action Scooby-Doo movies, GWAT, shout out to all my global war on terror homies. You really f***ed up those eras. Thank you. And then 2015 rolls around. The walking corpse of our civilization finally collapses. What has been the vibe of the past decade? The aesthetic? I honestly don't know. Liberals, feminism, censorship, the iPhone 23, Chinese mind control, memes that make no sense, the gayest form of government tyranny possible. It's enough to make a man go crazy. Specifically about fashion though, I'm getting off topic again. What do people wear? What do we look like? Sweatpants and halter tops for the ladies? Tattoos and piercings and everyone's overweight because they didn't have a relationship with their father? I'm on Tinder. I see what's out there and it's not good. What about the men? What do men wear? Graphic tees? I don't know. The point is that everyone looks like shit. Nobody tries. You can wear graphic t-shirts if you look like Brad Pitt from Fight Club, but you probably don't. So put on a proper shirt. Try a little bit, for God's sakes. It's just so depressing. Ugly people piss me off. I don't like looking at them. Everything's made out of polyester. I mean, Jesus Christ. It's not gay or feminine or shallow to care about how you look. Other people have to look at you as you go about your day. Have some decency, man. Holy hell. People tell me I dress fancy, but I only ever wear button plaids with dress pants and the occasional black button-up shirt. That's it. Wear buttons. That's how low the bar is. You know, I blame Steve Jobs in The Big Bang Theory for making everyone think that looking plain and like a slob is actually really cool. It means you're smart. It means you're boring and uninteresting. That's what it means. It means you're dog shit and I hate you. That's what. What about the world of literature? Books. What are people reading, if they even do? And they probably don't. They're reading porn. That's what they're reading. And it's only women. Women and gays and Michelle Obama. It's damn near impossible to get anything interesting published nowadays because the people who run the publishing houses are soulless and vapid. Homosexuals, liberals, and women. That's it. Nothing that's been published in the past 20 years is worth reading. I guarantee you. Before you decide to read a book, you need to look up when it was published and do a physiognomy check on the author. If they're a pretty girl, throw it in the trash. Dyed hair? Toss it. Fat lesbian? In the bin. Do they have awards from some institution that seems like it's gay? Set it on fire. I will say though, some gays are very good authors, so you have to be careful. But it has to be the right kind of gay. Always a man. I guarantee no lesbian has ever written anything worth reading. I guarantee you. But Chuck Palahniuk loves cock, I'm pretty sure, and he wrote Fight Club. So there's some diamonds in the rough. What about music? Mainstream music, I mean. It hasn't been good since the 1980s. Everything since then has been trash. Dog shit. That's a bit of an exaggeration, but you know what I mean. Turn on the radio station that plays what's popular right now, and you're gonna be hit with a hurricane of shit. Rap, Lizzo, the worst type of techno bullshit you've ever heard in your life. You can't buy a guitar or a drum set, even if you tried. There aren't any. They don't know how to play instruments. Just talentless fucks running around saying the N-word, bragging about doing drugs that are practically legal, being so misogynistic it would blow your mind. But for some reason, it's the good misogyny. They get to do it. But if I say, make me a sandwich, and I don't want to kiss a girl who's wearing a dress and has pretty hair, I'm the fucking asshole. It's either shit like that, or they're just writing diss tracks about each other like they're teenage girls. It's pathetic. Fuck, man. Shit drives me insane. Going crazy. Take another tax hike. A boatload of immigrants. It's a good thing. Go listen to K-pop and watch the bug people do their stupid, soulless little retarded dances. Take another tax hike. Work at McDonald's and be happy about it. Read a gay romance story written by an overweight 26-year-old lesbian. Buy another iPhone. It's your soul now. A boatload of immigrants. Watch a synthetic movie with an AI-generated plotline and plastic actors. Go to a library that's made out of gray concrete and glass and jerk off in the bathroom. Go to university wearing sweatpants and a halter top like the useless whore that you are. Eat a sandwich, smoke a joint, have a cigarette but not inside, drink a beer, and then kill yourself. Oops, can't say that!